If you ever felt like weight loss works for everyone but you, I see you. I've coached thousands of people through the same struggle, and in this video, I'm gonna give you 9 steps that actually work long term, okay? Hey, welcome to the video. My name is Kyle Settles, and if you're new to me, I've been in the fitness industry for over a decade now, okay? I've worked with thousands of clients. I've helped them lose weight and keep it off, including myself. At one point in my life, I was 100 pounds overweight, okay? I was lost, I was confused, but I completely turned everything around. And listen, if you're watching this video, okay, you're struggling to lose weight, or you want to lose weight, or you're losing weight and you just want some more advice, okay? And in this video, I'm gonna keep it real with you. No bullshit, no BS. There's so many lies in the industry, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, okay? So let's get into it, okay? Step number 1. Define success. Success. Okay? I want you to do this with me. Like, I want to coach you through this. What is success to you? Okay? What does success mean? Write it down. Is success losing 30 pounds? Is success $1 million? What is success? See, if you don't know what success is, then how do you know when you reach success? Okay? And I'm gonna tell you what my definition of success is, because my definition used to be like, if I just lost 100 pounds, that would be successful. If I had $1 million, if I had this, if I had that. And that's not true, okay? And what I've come to find is if you know where you're at and you know where you wanna go and you start moving in that direction, that is success. So perpetually moving towards whatever it is you want, that is success. We can call it progress. We can call it movement. You can call it whatever. But I promise you this, that losing the weight, when I lost 100 pounds, yes, I was happy, okay? But it didn't last very long. Your goals are always gonna change, right? As you become a different person, right? Whatever it is that you want to go, or whatever that goal is, it's gonna always change. And you're always constantly moving towards another goal. Right? Again, if you're moving towards something, that is success. Okay, so get clear with what success is so that you can celebrate the small wins, right? Because it's a journey, right? It's a marathon. You've heard this, not a sprint. But I need you guys to understand that. You have to know where you are, exactly where you want to go. What do you want? Most people don't know what they want. Most people don't know what they want. So again, they're just spinning, right? And this may be you. Most people will tell me, right, as a coach, I just want to lose weight. Well, how much weight? How much time? You got to get clear. That way you can start moving towards the destination. And then that movement towards the destination, guys, I'm telling you right now, from going through it with thousands of clients, but including myself, okay? Once being 100 pounds overweight and struggling, okay? So get clear with what success means, okay? Number 2, this is a big one, guys. I'm just gonna write an E for environment. Who are you plugging into? Most people are plugged into shit. Most people are plugged into news, radio, gossip, Netflix. Most people are plugged into shit, guys, okay? Their environment is shit. The people that they hang out with, maybe not shit, but you wouldn't trade lives with them, right? They don't have what you want. Maybe they're not growing. Maybe they're not fit. You are becoming your environment. Guys, when I was 100 pounds overweight and I was an alcoholic, everyone around me drank. Everyone around me ate like shit. Like, we as humans, we start conforming to our environment. Now, can you be a one-off and can you be a leader in your environment and can you help change your community? 100%, okay? But one of the best things you can do is change up your environment. You don't have to ditch or get rid of your friends, but I'll promise you this, you do need to plug into some new people and new information, okay? Or else you know exactly where you're probably gonna be in 30, 60, 90 days, in 3 months, 6 months, a year, because you start becoming your environment. So you've got to be aware of it, okay? Number three is the first A, okay? The first A is attitude. All right, guys. you need to understand this. You're like, what does that have to do with weight loss? Well, it has everything to do with weight loss. What is an attitude? Attitude is your perspective. Attitude is your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions leading to a certain result. Most people's thoughts are the same as yesterday. Guys, our subconscious mind, right, is where all of our thoughts come from. 95% of your thoughts are from yesterday and the day before. So we're in this loop. We keep repeating the same thoughts, the feelings, the actions that lead to the same result. And guess what? We keep focusing on everything that we don't like, that we don't want, and guess what? You get more of it. You attract more of it because that's all you're thinking about. What you focus on is what you get. Okay, so you got to get clear with who are you becoming, right? Get clear with, like, what is the goal? Who are you becoming? Guess what? The thoughts, the actions, or the thoughts, the feelings, the actions start to change. Guys, your attitude is everything, right? You've met those negative people, right, that are just pissed off at the world. It's because their perspective sucks. It's because they probably don't understand their mindset. And I'm not just talking about motivation. I'm talking about understanding your mind and how it works, right? We weren't taught these things as a kid. And if you want to learn more about the mind, watch some of my YouTube videos, guys. I break down the subconscious mind. Literally 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day that you're having. 95% of those thoughts are from yesterday. 90% of those thoughts are negative. So we're in this vicious Groundhog Day loop, repeating the same thing. Think about it, guys. You don't have to think about it to put your clothes on in the morning, to grab a coffee, to go to work. You don't even think about the things that you're doing at work. You don't think about how to drive. You don't think about how to talk, right? And this is why it's so important to plug into new people and new information so that we can expand the mind, expand our awareness, right? You would have everything that you wanted if you were aware of the things that you needed to do. You're just not aware throughout the day. 95% of your day is autopilot, is programming that came from who? Your parents, your environment, your teachers, your aunts, your uncles, right? Your friends. Repetition, right? A habit is just something that you do without having to think about it. And 95% of you is a habit. So we must understand how we work. And we're not taught these things, especially in the fitness industry. I see no one talking about this when it comes to fat loss. They're just taking more shots, taking more supplements, spending more money on all these external things. And the one thing that needs to change the most is you, is your perspective. Are you looking at the good or are you looking at the bad? Right? Because whatever you look for, you're going to get. And there's good with bad and there's bad with good. But if you don't understand yourself and if you don't train yourself, literally brainwash yourself, you're going to continue the same patterns and habits over and over and over. Listen, guys, if you write down a lie on a piece of paper and you read it often enough, every day, repetition, the lie will become a truth. It will become a belief of yours. Okay, so you gotta start to understand how the mind works, okay? It's so impactful. Your attitude, oh my gosh, attitude. Okay, the next A is, make sure you guys are writing this down. The next A is alterations, and I kind of just talked about it. You know that habits have to change. Alterations is just habits. Right now, you're one big habit, right? The habits that you're doing right now, 95% of your day, are not leading to the result that you want, okay? You probably know that you need to track your calories. You know you need to eat better or more quality food. You need to drink more water. You should probably go for a walk, and you should probably go to the gym. But right now, you're unaware of it, or it's uncomfortable for you, because it's not a habit yet, okay? Anything new is gonna be uncomfortable, right? Because it's not a habit, okay? But through repetition, guys, through repetition, you're gonna start to form new impressed ideas in the mind. So something that was once hard then becomes easy, just like driving, just like anything, okay? And I know this sounds simple, this sounds elementary, but we're not aware of when we do something new, go to the gym, track our food, that uncomfortableness, it's only uncomfortable for a moment in time, a couple weeks, a few days, depending on what you're doing. But when something goes against our belief system, right, we put our hands up and we fight it, we resist it, okay? And this is why you need to just focus on 1 to 2 habits at a time. So habit stack, right? Maybe you've heard of the book, Habit Stack. You brush your teeth every day without thinking about it. You put your clothes on every day without thinking about it. You probably go to the kitchen every day. So little reminders to trigger awareness, right? Maybe there's a note you put in the mirror in the morning, or you set alarms on your phone, or you change your phone screensaver, or the steering wheel in your car. You put a sticky note on the center of your steering wheel, but you've got to trigger awareness. Again, if you're not doing these type of things, right, holding yourself accountable or triggering yourself, listen guys, you're gonna go right back into autopilot mode. You're gonna go right back into the same thinking, same feelings, same actions, leading to the same result. This is why most people, right, are still doing the same thing they were doing 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. We aren't taught these things. Why do you think somebody will stay in a cubicle for 30 years? Think about it, guys. Why do you think most people are not healthy? Most people are overweight, like I was once, right? Because we aren't taught how the mind works, right? And if you don't know how the mind works, how are you going to control the vehicle? The mind is what controls the vehicle. Okay, next, number 5. Okay, this is a big one too. This is the third A. There's 3 A's. Acceptance. Okay. And this was me for the longest time. I didn't accept that I was special. Like I had all of these subconscious beliefs in my mind because I had kind of a rough childhood, right? I did growing up. And I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I was good enough. Like that subconscious belief, you may say something out loud, right? I believe in myself, blah, 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 which is great. But subconsciously, you maybe don't, or you probably don't, right? The result will show, right? So it doesn't matter what someone says. The result will say everything. The result will speak louder than what somebody is saying because subconsciously, probably don't believe in yourself, probably don't think you're good enough, probably don't think you're attractive enough, right? And I had all of these feelings, these thoughts, right? I did not accept that I was God's highest form of creation, whatever God means to you. Could be Buddha, could mean subconscious, doesn't matter. We're all talking about this higher power, right? That's keeping our heart beating. You can't stop your heart. This power that's running to us and through us, to you and through you, you've got to accept that you're great. And that's, by starting to understand you. I didn't understand myself for the longest time, guys, especially when I was overweight and I was an alcoholic and I was drinking every day, just numbing all of the thoughts that were going on in my head. Until I opened a book and I started to study myself. Holy shit, how do I work? My mind, conscious mind, subconscious mind, right? Vibrations, energy. You got to understand how you work so you can control your life, okay? Because your reality right now is based on your mind, your thoughts, your subconscious mind that keeps repeating over and over and over. And it will continue to repeat like a program for the rest of your life until you change it, okay? So, acceptance, you are special. Your cup is full. Your cup is full. You just weren't taught how to express it. I wasn't taught my higher faculties, guys, right? I have the ability to reason. I have the ability, like intuition, right? Memory, imagination, all of these higher powers, higher faculties that we have. Most people are just running around, guys, check it. Most people are just using their physical senses, hear, see, smell, taste, and touch, just running around conforming and following everyone that is following everyone else. You gotta wake up, okay? Reason, memory, perspective, imagination, intuition. You were given these higher faculties that separate you from the animal kingdom. Don't take offense to this, but stop acting like your pets. You gotta wake up, you gotta open a book, okay? So accept that you are great. You are great. The only thing that separates you from me or you from anyone is the result. And remember, the result is based on the what? The action, the feelings, the thoughts. The root cause of everything is the habitual thinking that keeps happening over and over. And listen, I get it. I had the worst thinking for the longest time, depending on where you were raised, who you were raised around, what environment, where you come from. Like there's some shitty ass thinking going on. Shitty ass thinking that creates a shitty ass perspective, which then creates a shitty ass reality because your perspective is your reality. Okay, let's get into the next one. We're running out of space here. 6. This is a big one. What do you desire? What do you desire? What is your goal? What's burning inside, right? What's burning inside? What do you really want, right? If you were to take all the layers of lies and bullshit away from you, like, what do you want? Do you want lots of money? Do you want to have a sexy ass physique so that you can go meet more people? I don't know. I don't know what you want. What do you want? Cars, clothes, materialistic things. It doesn't matter what you want. You gotta erase all the bullshit in your life. If you want to be rich, good. If you want to be freaking six-pack, hoe ready, whatever you want to call it, you can. Okay? And if anything is triggering to you, it's because you're just holding on to this belief that came from someone else. You adopted, you inherited all of your beliefs. So what is it that you do really want? If you're still watching this video, you obviously want to lose weight. You obviously know that you can become a better version of yourself. You don't feel good. You're not confident. You don't have belief in yourself. So what is it that you want, right? Whenever I was 100 pounds overweight, I'd be like, oh, yo, I just want to lose 10 pounds. What? Like, what did you really want, Kyle? I really wanted to walk around, be able to take my shirt off, have a freaking ripped six-pack. Why not me? Why not you? If you start coming up with excuses right now as I'm asking you what you want, it's because somebody else planted that shit in your head. You can have whatever you want, okay? If it's a priority and you really want it and you focus on it, you can do it. Doesn't matter, okay? But what is burning inside? What lights your ass up on fire? Get real with yourself. Number 7. Number 7 is a big one, guys. Direction, okay? This is a big one. I struggled with this for the longest time. Most people are diet hopping. Most people are YouTube hopping, going from one channel to the next, scrolling. Listen, you got two choices. Two choices. I'm gonna give you two choices. You got A, you got B. You got A, you can do it yourself. You can plug into, hey, my content or whoever, keep one chef in the kitchen, do it yourself. Learn through your failures, right? Learn through your mistakes, right? And do it yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Right? If you go down below in the description, I've got a free school, a free community with an entire free roadmap, breaking down everything, macros, protein, calories, all the different strategies. You can talk with me in there, okay? And or you can pay a coach. You can do it with me. You can invest in yourself, use your money, right, as accountability. Learn from all of my failures or whoever you work with, guys. Two options. Do it yourself. It's probably going to take 10 times longer for most people. Again, I did this until I paid someone. Do it yourself. All the information is out there. ChatGPT, like whatever you need. Do it yourself or invest in yourself and speed up time, close time, right? And get there a hell of a lot quicker, right? This is what anyone that's successful, or most, maybe not all, but most people are doing, okay? They're investing in their self. They're investing in themselves to become a better version of themselves. And then guess what? More money comes with that. They attract different things in their life because of the person that they're coming. Think about it, guys. If you want to have a six-pack or if you want to lose X amount of weight, you don't lose the weight and then start eating like that or eating like that person does, right? If you want to become this person, this new person, you got to start acting as Neville Goddard. You got to start acting as if you already have it. You got to start eating. You got to start walking. You got to start moving. You got to start acting, thinking, walking, talking like you already are that person. Then guess what? With time, the physical reality starts to change. It's the same thing with anything. You want to be rich? You got to start acting like you're rich right now. What does a rich person do? Right? They have a team. They invest in their self. They come up with a product or a service, right? They build a business. They get good at sales. They practice over and over and over. Okay? But we wonder why only 5% of the world is healthy in shape and 5% of the world has actual money, right? Where they're not worried about money. Why is that? It goes back to the subconscious mind. It goes back to we were never taught how to think. We were taught somebody else's agenda in school. And again, we adopted all of our beliefs and we just keep running around with these beliefs for the rest of our life, okay? So listen, I'm trying to wake you up. I'm just giving you the real raw truth. This is my truth based on all of the coaching I've had, all the books that I've read, all the studying that I've done. It'll completely change your mind when you start to study yourself. Understand who you are. So listen, direction is easy. Emulate somebody that has what you want. Do it yourself. Follow what they're doing. Don't copy what they're doing, but just emulate. Emulate. Whatever they're doing, it works. Emulate success. Or get a coach. Invest in yourself, okay? And again, if you guys want help for free, down below in the school community, hit the link, free course, whatever you need. If you want to coach or if you want to work with someone, then book a call with me, right? Book a call with me and my wife. We'll talk with you. Maybe we can help you, okay? Now, let's move on. Number 8. Number 8 is big. This is a big one, guys. Decision. Most people struggle with decision. No, most people never decide. I never decided. Most people are just interested in eating right, interested in working out, interested in drinking enough water, interested in eating enough protein, interested in making a sales call, interested in respecting your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife or your husband, being a good mom, interested when the sun's out, right? Interested when life is perfect. But when you actually decide, you decide regardless of circumstances. Like, this is what I fucking want. This is what I want. I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to lose X amount of weight because I know that if I lose weight and I become the best version of myself, I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to love what I see. I'm going to have more energy to produce more, to make more money, right? I'm going to be able to have more energy to play with my kids. I'm going to fit better in clothes. I'm going to enjoy shopping more. Can you imagine? Just close your eyes and imagine in 90 days if you were 10, 20, 30, 50, or 6 months, 100 pounds lighter. What would you do? What would that be worth to you? That would probably be, you'd be like, here's a blank check. It's worth everything to you because you know that you get more life, you get more everything. When you become the best version of yourself, guys, holy shit, you now have more to give, okay? And I remember when I was 100 pounds overweight, I slept, I drank a lot of alcohol, I had no energy, I hated myself. My self-image was poor, it was down in the gutter. It was shit. It was hell on earth. Hell on earth. And then guess what? You attract the person that you are, right? Reality is a mirror. You attract who you are. So listen, guys, decide. Stop waiting. Time is just going by. You know those sand hourglasses? Most people are focused on what? The sand at the bottom and the sand at the top, okay? The only thing you have is the sand that's running here. You don't know if you got tomorrow. You don't know if you got next week. You don't know how much longer you got to live. So stop wasting time. Become the best version of yourself. And it starts with losing the weight. It starts with the gym. Fitness, health is the center of everything because when you do get in the best shape of your life, again, everything gets better. Your bank gets better. Your relationships get better. Every freaking thing gets better, okay? Last thing. Number 9, I'm just gonna write a big G, gratitude. Most people forget that they woke up. Most people forget that they can breathe. Most people forget that they had a nice, warm, or cool bed to sleep in. Most people forget that they have food in the cabinet, or a roof over their head, or a vehicle, or a car, or a cell phone, or kids, or husband, or wife, or another opportunity, another chance. Most people forget because we're on autopilot. We're so ungrateful, right? Because our subconscious mind is producing all of these thoughts that are, again, 95% from yesterday, 90% negative because we keep plugging into all of this bullshit. So negative and comparison, which is the thief of everything that you want, right? Comparing. What about gratitude? You want to know why gratitude is so great? Because gratitude will change your perspective. It will change your energy. It will change the way you look at reality. It will change everything. Okay, listen, if I were to offer you $10 million or say you couldn't wake up the next morning, you would choose what? You would want to wake up the next morning. The $10 million wouldn't mean shit to you. So you would agree that your health is most important. You would agree that breathing is most important, right? And I get it. I get it. You might be in a bad state. You might be in whatever. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if you woke up, right, as cheesy or as cliche as it sounds, you got another chance, another opportunity to change your perspective, to plug into new people and new information, to study, to actually pick up a book, to actually change up your environment, right? Get emotionally attached to what you want so that you can have the best life. So that you can, while you're here on this earth, right, be a role model, a superhero to your kids, to your wife, to your husband. People, somebody's looking up to you. Whether you like it or not, somebody is behind you looking up to you. Like, do something. At the end of the day, you're either going to do something or you're not. The decision you make today will affect tomorrow. The decision you made yesterday affects today. Okay, and what you start doing right now is where you're going to be in 90 days. So where do you want to be in 90 days? Okay, so again, one more time, define success. Look at your environment, attitude, alterations, okay? Accepting that you are great. What is it that you desire? Direction. Remember, emulate, direction, or coach. Number 8, make a freaking decision. Stop just being interested. Decide. Number 9, be grateful. If you can put these 9 steps, if you can study these 9 steps, get clear. I'm coaching you right now. Get clear with it. Write it down. Make a plan for yourself. But if you can get aligned with these 9 steps, I promise you guys, and it doesn't matter if it's fitness, if it's happiness, if it's relationships, or if it's health, it doesn't matter. This applies to everything. You got to check yourself though. You got to get better. You are the one that is controlling your life, controlling your reality, regardless of what you think. Doesn't matter what your family says. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Like, if you want a better life, you got to make a better decision. Okay, so new people, new information. Listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to keep it real with you guys. I'm a no bullshit coach. I've coached thousands of people, thousands of classes, and I've opened close to over 30 gyms. So I've been doing this for a little while. I've got some pretty good experience. And listen, if you want to join my wife and I in our community, down below, hit the link. If you want to book a call, see what kind of programs we have, get to know each other, book a call. Okay, hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what maybe you're struggling with. Just let me know. I just want to chat. Okay, hit the like button and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.